that was a really fun boss fight against Yasuo Toko. That was really good. And where are we? This is what the interior of the giant looks like? We've seen that model before. But yeah, the only attack that this is the Abyss. The only attack that Yasuo Toko does in that fight is the water one. The charged water one is the one that's confusing me. It doesn't seem like you can deflect it. I think you have to crouch under it, probably. It looked like it from what I saw. But you'd think there'd be visitors here. That reminds me, what does it say here? Oh, so this one's called Mari. But it looks like, oh, Akito and KK carve a path through the black fog enveloping Tokyo Tower, but are ambushed by Yasuo Toko. They manage to shake him off, but end up fighting through Okina as well. The pair then make their way into the shopping mall at the foot of Tokyo Tower, and not for this one. Akito and KK take an elevator up from the shopping mall toward the tower's observation deck. Upon their arrival, they discover that Hanya has entered the final phase of his ceremony. Akito attempts to put a stop to it, but Hanya stops him in his tracks by questioning whether Mari truly wishes to be rescued. Once the ceremony is complete, Hanya whisks Mari away, disappearing inside the body of a massive Daidarabochi. Okay, so that is a giant. Okay, so those are the giants that were said to create canyons and mountains? From there, KK resolves to fight the puppet made from his own body, even if it means destroying it. With that, Akito engages Yasuo Toko one final time. With their relentless pursuer finally laid to rest, Akito and KK pursue Hanya straight into the heart of the Daidarabochi. But why does it look like this? Are these Daidarabochi supposed to be composed of the memories of individuals? Because this amalgamation of worlds, it looks like a mess. It's the hospital. Yeah, it's someone's memories. Yeah, memories seem to be a strong point with these souls. Hey, at least this is a better flashback scene than that flashback scene in Dying Light 2, where Aiden is constantly seeing X-13 and the poor voice acting of his sister, Mia. This, I think, is better earned compared to Dying Light 2, because it doesn't serve a story purpose, those kind of flashback moments. Because the story is constantly sidelined for the stuff involving the survivors and the peacekeepers, but this is crucial to the story because it's all about the souls. It's all about spirits, and it's using memories. It's Akito's memories. It has to be. But, you know, just looking at this, did Hanya's wife not successfully pass into the afterlife? Or maybe that's the whole point. Maybe he's trying to get to the afterlife by breaking the barrier, as he said before, with the souls. Huh? It is. It's Akito's memories of Mari. But why wasn't this in the middle of the game? Why is it at the end of the game? I don't understand. That just seems completely counterintuitive to how you're supposed to structure a character's growth and emotional attachment. you use this kind of scene in the middle of the game for emotional attachment to Mari so that you can be invested in her character when she's revealed at the end of the game. But this shouldn't be at the end of the game. I don't understand the choice of pace here, but I'm not going to let that cloud my mind so much because I want to enjoy it for what it is. Assuming that this took place in the middle of the game, of course. But at least Yasuo Toko redeemed that shitty fight against Okinwa. Hopefully Hanyo will be better. I love the music here. Oh, they're gone. To think. This is not such a bleak abyss with these kind of memories. Huh? I really wish this was in the middle of the game. This would have served as better build-up to Mari. It shouldn't be out of the blue, it should be gradual. Like, it shouldn't be forced upon you at the end of the game, it should be in the middle of the game. Because it's not forced upon you, you're going through the game. And so, if you're going through the game, then you're accepting anything along that way. But again, I'm gonna have to appreciate it for what it is. Hey, it's them! But one could almost look at this scene and call it an exposition dump, and normally people don't like exposition dumps. And, you know, it sucks that people are probably gonna think of it like this when looking at the scene. But I'm resisting the urge to do so because I'm liking this game. I'm liking this game, I do love this game. And Okinwa was just, like, the only bad part of the game. But of course, even though I do love the game, I have to bring up these questions. About the placement of this whole event. Where are we? Did something happen? Did Akito put Mari in danger here? I mean, we know, like, she was burned in her apartment when an apartment fire struck. But maybe something happened here to cause a lot of hatred between the two or something. But then Akito still holds a lot of love for Mari as well. Huh. I'm loving this flashback scene right now. Like, this feels on par with Sebastian, like, searching inside of himself when Theodore nearly had him, and he went inside of his own house. And he sought inner peace. And that occurred on chapter 12. Late into the game, but not so late into the game. This should have been like that with its placement. But it's placed at the end of the game, which is a little odd. But I wonder if Akito will finally seek inner peace. Once he actually finds Mari. Are these other souls? They must be. I don't think they're necessarily close to Akito and Mari. You know what? This is like that scene where Sebastian is traversing the desert, like I said, and he's actually stumbling upon those resonance points, talking about Kidman's plan and Theodore betraying Myra, and that Theodore was the one that caused Union to experience dissolution. And it was collapsing because of the fact that he tried to take Lily away, and Lily was serving as the core. No, wait, this is his mom's death. It has to be. This is when his parents pass away. Oh wow, look at this! This looks amazing. Oh, nice. Yukata? What's a yukata? Oh, this is a festival. I don't know if this is going to be quite the tearjerker, like with Ethan Winters saving Rose, because I am brought to tears every time I watch that sacrifice scene, which is why I make sure not to watch it so frequently. Didn't Mari say that Akito wasn't there for both times when his mom and dad died? Or was it for their anniversaries, like their death anniversaries? I guess his dad passed away first. Then it was the mom. I'll have to look at the database entries after this whole moment to see if they update. Yeah, they live together. All the memories from that apartment fire are just coming to me during this moment. I haven't forgotten about them. how on earth did they manage to survive? I mean, what were their jobs? How did they rent an apartment? I kind of wish they touched upon that as well. Oh, here's a nice symbolic hallway. She just said we're falling down, and we're literally descending down. Alright, I can use my flashlight. This feels like a combat encounter coming up. I can't use spirit vision though, so I don't think there's any threats here. Hit the bottom, meaning pass away. So it's really seeming like Mari was content with death. I know how you feel, Mari. It's Tokyo Tower. Mari definitely had some suicidal thoughts after her parents died. And of course, with the way we human beings structure our society, and we make greed the thing that drives us rather than actual morality, like money makes the world go around. And of course, we human beings love to say, oh, education's so important, this and that, but you know, you do your education and you're left with not a lot of opportunities, and like the things you learn in school are the kind of things that you could easily learn anywhere else, and they don't feel that crucial to learning the job. Like actually being in the job and doing it is a better learning experience than just learning a lot of the theoretical models for actually doing the job. That's how I felt in my job. But the education system's a fluke. People in general are a fluke. Infrastructure is a fluke. This so-called perfect society was definitely one of the factors that likely led to Mari considering suicide and just passing on into the afterlife. And I totally understand. What the? Yeah, don't hold on to that pain. Confront it. And rise above it, Akito. I'm sure there's a lot of symbolic significance to these areas. Like right here. Oh boy. Yeah, break those spiritual barriers.